Alright, first and foremost, call Allah Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. That's all praises to the Most High God, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world eagerly calls Jesus Christ. His war dog, Pagaya Allah Banashar, extending greetings, peace and grace to the elders and to the Akim that do this work in truth and in sincerity. Alright, and this is an article that was posted by Al Jazeera, and it's titled Black People 20 Times More Likely to Be Shot by Toronto Police. And it reads, Ontario's Rights Watchdog report says the city's black citizens are disproportionately discriminated against by police. A black person is 20 times more likely to be shot dead by police than a white person in Canada's largest city, according to a new Diamond report from Ontario's province Human Rights Watchdog. Okay, so Negroes, so-called West Indians, and so-called Haitians are 20 times more likely to be shot in the largest city in Canada. Okay? And that you can read that in the scriptures, man, because the Most High put curses on our people pursuant to Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter, the 15th verse, and 45th verse. Right? In fact, let's get it. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Right? And that's what we see. That's what we see going on. Right? It's pursuant to the article. The largest city in Canada, so-called Negroes, so-called West Indians and Haitians, are 20 times more likely to be gunned down by police. All right, if that's not being cursed in the city, man, I don't know what is, man. Okay, because already they're being gunned down by one another, and now they're also 20 times more likely to be gunned down by the people who are supposedly supposed to be protecting them. Right? Why? Because we are the people of the curse, man. We are the children of Israel who made a covenant with the Most High. Okay? And this is just dealing with Toronto, right? But when you could look up other articles dealing with the oppression, okay, and the way that the police target so-called Native Americans, also up in Canada, the Northern Kingdom, tribe of Gad. Okay? Read it again, Deuteronomy 28:16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Right? And that's what we see our people in the state of, man, being cursed in the city, being cursed in the field. Let me keep reading it. The Ontario Human Rights Commission studied 7 years of data related to interactions between police and black residents in Toronto for the report, which was released on Monday, and found that the city's black citizens are disproportionately discriminated against by police. The group also spoke to 130 people in black communities about fear, trauma, and humiliation, which has fostered mistrust and expectations of negative treatment by police. Right? This is not a new thing, right? It's not a new thing that this is how so-called Negroes feel, man. So the Israelites of the Bible speak feel, right? They have a mistrust and an expectation of negative treatment by the police. Even where individuals did not have first-hand experiences, high-profile incidents or experiences of friends and family reinforced community distrust, the report said. The study found that although fewer than 10% of Toronto's 2.7 million people are black, they account for 30% of police use of force incidents that result in serious injury or death, 60% of deadly encounters with police, and 70% of fatal police shootings. The figures have not changed since 2000. The report also said officers involved in incidents sometimes provided biased and untrustworthy testimony, inappropriately tried to stop incidents from being recorded, and failed to cooperate with the investigating unit. This interim report is the latest in a body of reports, findings, and recommendations over the past 30 years that point to persistent concerns about anti-black racism policing in Toronto. Our interim findings are disturbing and call for immediate action, Renu Mandir, Ontario's Human Rights Commissioner, told reporters on Monday. No institution immune from bias. In addition to use of force, the report examined carding, a process where police stop individuals and collect personal information, saying that there was often no legal basis to stop people and that encounters often include inappropriate or unjustified searches and unnecessary charges or arrests. The report says such encounters risk reducing the effectiveness of Toronto's police force by creating a fractured relationship between black residents and police. Toronto police responded on Monday by issuing a statement acknowledging the concerns raised in the report and promising to build upon efforts to address bias. We recognize that there are those within Toronto's black communities who feel that because of the color of their skin, the police, including when it comes to use of force, have at times treated them differently. We understand that this has created a sense of distrust that has lasted generations. We, the board and service, know that only by acknowledging these lived experiences can we continue to work with our community partners to achieve meaningful changes. The board and the service acknowledge no institution or organization, including the Toronto Police, is immune from overt and implicit bias. We have been working for several years to confront these changes in a variety of ways. The police have accepted the Commission's recommendation that it continues to support the inquiry into racial profiling and discrimination against black people, and said another recommendation that police be required to collect and publicly release race-based data relating to when they stop, search, and use force on civilians will require further study. Right? And that's a damn lie, man. They said they've been trying to change things for years. When it says from the year 2000, nothing has changed, man. Okay? And that's just the white man being the damn devil that he is, man. Okay? Get a few scriptures. This is Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18. Okay? They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. And that's what these police do, man. Okay? Not just in Toronto, but throughout the entire Americas. They hunt the steps of the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American, find ways to incarcerate or reasons to murder Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Okay? Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. The breath of our nostrils, the anointed of Yahweh, was taken in their pits, of whom we said, under his shadow shall we live among the heathen. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup shall also pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked. And that's ultimately what's going to happen to these so-called white people. They're going to drink the same cup that they've been giving it to us. Right? Scripture says they're going to drink the double cup. Okay? In Lamentations 5, verse 5, our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. And that's how every Black, Hispanic, Native American feels, man. We're under persecution. You know what I mean? These cops are hunting us. Right? They look at us different. They treat us different. Right? And it's been made evident. And it's coming to light now. Okay? This is Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Right? And that's what they do. All right? They know this is going on, and they don't find themselves guilty, man. Right? Like the article said, they find ways to keep themselves from being guilty. They stop people from recording. They give biased testimonies. Okay. And they that sell them say, "Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich," and their own shepherds pity them not. Right? Nobody gives a damn. Not our leaders, not the prime minister. None of these people give a damn about us, man. Right? This is Psalm 73, verse 8. And it says, "They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily." And that's what we saw in the article as well, man. They're corrupt. They find ways of hiding what they did. They give the biased reports. They stop people from recording to let the truth come out, because they're corrupt. And they speak wickedly concerning oppression, right? They said, "Oh yeah, we acknowledge that this happens and we've been trying to change it for years, but yet nothing has changed for years, man." Okay, if anything, it's been getting worse, right? Because they speak wickedly concerning oppression. Go back to Deuteronomy. It's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65, right? In this laundry list of curses. And it says, "And among these nations shalt thou find no ease." And that's what it is, man. That's what it is being a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American in America, man. In Canada, in Babylon the Great. All right? There's no ease. "Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind." And this is evident at so many levels, right? But dealing with this situation here is blacks and Hispanics, Native Americans, they don't know what's going to happen when they get stopped by police. Okay? You don't know if that's going to be your last stop. Right? Verse 66, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have no assurance of thy life." And that's what it is, man. When these cops stop you as a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, you don't know if that's your last stop. There's no assurance. There's no telling, because you can make a wrong move, and this cop can just blow you away, man, and won't be found guilty of it. Okay. And that's why it's so important that we come back to these law, statutes, and commandments, and to our identities as the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. So we can get up out of this place, man. But the problem is, a lot of our people seem to think that this is our place of rest, that we're good here. You know what I mean? This is Micah 2:10. "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted." And it's polluted in so many ways, man. Right? But once again, dealing with this particular situation, it's polluted in corruption. It's polluted in oppression of our people. Okay? And it shall destroy you, even with a sword of destruction. And that's what we see. We see the Black, Hispanic, Native American community in a state of sword destruction. Okay? And the only way to remedy that is to come back to these law, statutes, and commandments, push out this word, and sigh and cry to the Most High that He sends His Son to right these wrongs and to give these devils and these heathens the cup that they've been giving us, and give these so-called white people a double portion of that cup. Okay? And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.